Hi, Dyslexic Genius here. I'm back on the Victor Portable, and we have to take the spring barrel apart to get the springs out, but lo and behold, in its life, they riveted this together. So now we have to get rid of the rivets, and then we have to fix it so the gear is still centered onto the spring barrel and will run right, because you don't want to pull all this apart and do some weird stuff, and then the gear is doing like this. So what we're going to do is, because this is a rivet, what happens in a rivet is my finger's a piece of metal, they put a hole in there, they run the rivet through, and then they punch both sides of the rivet, flattens it out, it makes a big burr, and now it's tight. So we have this rivet like this, and we need to get rid of the rivet. We can use a Dremel drill with this sander or like a little grinding stone. I prefer to use the sander, because this way, when you look at the sander, we have the apex, the top of the round part of the sander. So you have this top part. So you can come in here and move around and sand it down. Being careful we don't hit the gears, disturb the teeth, the teeth. If you don't have this, we can go totally old school. We can use a regular file. You want to use a small fine tooth. Files come in teeth count. So you have coarse, medium, and fine. You're going to come in here, you're going to watch the bottom of the file to the gear. You want to keep everything level, and you go like this till you get that down and not hitting the teeth. Every time you file it, you're going to get a mark. So you're going to have to use a file brush to clean these off. And you do that this way. And that cleans off the file. So now what we have to do is we'll figure out the thread size, because I'm going to re-screw it back together. Now that we have the little dot where we've ground off the burr like this one, we're going to go tappy-tappy with a small punch. So you're going to get in here, put that on the rivet, and it pops just like that. It's easy, easy. Now what we have to do is understand, we now have a hole that the factory drilled, but we don't know the size of this hole. So I look at it, and I can tell you that a 256, which is this screw here, and then this is a 440, you're going to take a 256 screw, and it just drops through there.
So the hole's too big.
The hole is too big. So now I'm going to try my 440 screw, and we're going to come in here, and I'm going to go, yep, it's just coming down and hitting the threads. So that what this means is, if you're at home rebuilding one of these, you're going to go, well, I think I better go find a 256 screw and a 440.
A 440?
And a 256, because you want to know that the 440 here will not go through, but you saw that the 256 did. You're going to have to judge that. Then after you do that, you'll need a tap and a die. This is the tap. This is right here. We're going to use a 440 tap, the one with a point on it. You're going to come in, align this up. And it'll just go through there, because
So now you've tapped a 440 hole?
I've tapped a 440 hole, put this one in. And on your screws, you can use These are stainless steel. You can use black ones, whatever you'd like to use. It's up to you for the screw. The screws are going to come through like this, and this won't have any problem running the motor, but it's tightening everything down. Columbia does this when they put spring barrels on and sometimes with the gears. Now what you'll do is you have these two in, you'll just work your way around, sand or grind, tap, screw, and you just work your way around. And this is how you get it. Now after you have it, you'll know that, okay, all the holes are aligned, the screws are aligned, you take it apart, pull the spring out.
So you have to remove the taps, remove the rivets and then replace those with screws before you attempt to take
it apart.
it apart.
Yeah.
Why can't you just take it all apart?
Because if you take it all apart, the hole in the gear and the hole in the spring barrel right here might not realign when you put it back together. So when we're keeping everything in alignment, doing this process like this, because you can get, this will go south on you real fast. If you don't work your way around, you get two pieces, you're going, okay, I messed up now. This way, all the holes align, all the screw threads align, and it's just off and on, very easy. And I try to point these fun things out, and that's my tip for the day.